Greetings and salutations, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Recently, I found out that, of course, Ava DuVernay is going to be directing A Wrinkle in Time, a film adaptation of A Wrinkle in Time. And I'm jazzed about that, one, because I like the movie Selma, which she directed, which was very well done. I also enjoyed the book, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. And anyway, there's a quote in the book where I believe the characters of Miss Who, Miss Watson, and Miss Witch, one of the characters says to the main character, Meg, I give you your flaws. And that's kind of the crux of my video today is I find that we spend our time trying to hide our flaws, the things that we are embarrassed about, the things that we don't want to show people because we think it'll make us less lovable or less likable, or people may not want to be around us if they find this out about us, or if they hold a certain opinion about us. And I began to just really think about that. We live in a culture, if you look in any bookstore, if you read many online blogs, it's all about self-esteem and having a high self-esteem and esteeming yourself highly and knowing your worth, when we forget about this thing called self-acceptance. This idea that not all of us are always perfect. This idea that, you know what, we have our foibles, our flaws, our shortcomings. I remember one of the quotes I used to use on MySpace. So yeah, I used to have a MySpace page. It said, simply me with all my shine and my flaws, because too often we try to show the shine, but not our flaws. And let me elaborate a little bit. You ever look at a gem, and with diamonds, emeralds, rubies, whatever, the gem has its shine, its luster, its beauty. But then it also has flaws in the diamond or the emerald or the ruby. Insert your precious stone here. It's got some flaw in it. And of course the quest is always to look for the flawless diamond. Well, the thing is, we're never going to be flawless. You know, a lot of people say, hey, practice makes perfect. I remember a gym teacher of mine said, practice makes you perfect. Nobody's perfect. Or practice makes you better. Nobody's perfect. Hey, we strive for that perfect ideal, but in all actuality, we aren't going to reach it. We can get better than what we were, but none of us are perfect. And how this relates to my flaws is, I have my shortcomings. I have my things I don't like about me. And in that context, in A Wrinkle in Time, the character was saying to Meg, when you go on this planet, cosmataz or comatose or comatose, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, your flaws are going to be what help you. And I thought about that our flaws are just as much a part of us as our shine, as our good points, as our strengths. Our weaknesses are also a part of us. And I can honestly say that there have been some situations where what I consider a flaw may have actually saved me. So, there's even an analogy of a deer. There was a deer, and he hated how his feet looked, how his hooves looked. But when danger came, he was able to run away very swiftly, even though he hated how his feet looked. But then, he loved his big antlers. But of course, those antlers, as he was running away, his antlers got caught in the bush and he was stuck. So I see that as maybe our flaws might be protecting us. I'm not advocating for not doing better. I'm not advocating for not trying to be the best you can be. But I am pointing out that sometimes even our flaws and our weaknesses can serve us just as much as our strengths can. And sometimes our strengths can be a liability while our flaws can be an asset. Well, tell me what you think, YouTube. That's just my 2 cents. Peace.